Opposition from some conservatives over Republicans, their new health care plan. It's not letting up. And now some are wondering about the impact it could have on the Trump presidency. Republican Senator Rand Paul is one of the most vocal critics. He says the fight is not about the president.
When you say, look, it's not a binary choice, you don't have my vote, Mr. Speaker, right? You might imperil the Trump presidency.
Well, no, not at all.
Well, what if this all comes crashing down?
I'm a big friend of the president.
But this may come crashing down.
And also, you won't meet anybody who dislikes Obamacare more than me. I'm a physician. I have lived Obamacare. It is a disaster.
All right, let's talk about it with Dana Loesch, a nationally syndicated radio talk show host. Good to see you, Dana.
Nice to see you, Shannon. Thanks for having me.
You had a bit of a Twitter storm. You've been letting us know how you feel about this bill and how it's going down, and saying basically you think that the Republicans are risking the midterms in 2018 if they don't get this right. How much danger is there?
I do. I think there's a lot of danger there, Shannon. And I want to reiterate, too, what Senator Paul said. But I want to take it a step further. I think it's an insult. It's an insult to the American people, and it's an insult to the Trump administration for Republicans, congressional Republicans, to deliver this bill to his desk. They are the ones who are endangering this new administration, and I can't bold, italicize, underline that anymore. In 2015, Jim Jordan had a fantastic bill that went way further than anything that this bill's doing, and it actually lowered prices instead of increasing prices, which is what this Obamacare 2.0 bill does. And I don't know why, for the life of me, they will not go back to that because it was already on the floor. This is a swamp monster. If people are going to talk about draining the swamp, this is literally the creature from the Black Lagoon, this Obamacare 2.0 bill. The exact Obamacare regulatory structure is still in place. The penalty that must be paid to insurance companies is there. And for all of the awful things that were in Obamacare, one at least wise thing that Democrats did was include some cost controls, albeit nobody liked the method in which they did it. But now in this Obamacare 2.0 bill, Republicans did away with all of that. So it could actually end up costing exponentially more than what the original Obamacare bill did, Shannon. And I think, you know, this isn't about President Trump, and I think there's a lot of great things that he's done just in his first month in office. But for Republicans to deliver something like this to his desk, I'll just say it, it's a giant middle finger to America. It's a giant middle finger to this Trump administration, and we did not protest in the streets for 8 years to get Obamacare light. And so they better think long and hard before they try to walk something like this up to the Resolute desk.
All right, well, it is there currently. Senator Rand Paul has said that he thinks Speaker Paul Ryan is, quote, pulling the wool over the president's eyes about the bill, how well it's doing, about how much support it has. But this president is a negotiator. He is a businessman. He is used to playing this game, and he has talked a lot about, he's used the word specifically, negotiate. So do you think he knows, listen, we're going to come in with this project. They've worked really hard on it, but I am open to negotiating. This is not going to be the final product. Are you confident that there will be influence by those who they hold the votes in their hands, because the House GOP can't lose more than 21 and still get this thing moving? So do you think, listen, the president is smart enough to know there's going to be some give and take before this thing actually gets to the floor?
Right. Well, I've never had faith in D.C., Shannon, but one thing that I think that we do have faith in is I think Trump has proven himself to be a really good negotiator. And I think it's kind of insulting to the president's intelligence for anybody in Congress to say, oh, well, we're just pulling the wool over his eyes. I mean, for crying out loud, he's been more successful than some of these people in Congress, so let's not talk down to him. But when I look at this, I hope that he comes and negotiates. He's a negotiator on behalf of the American people right now, and he's on our side, and he needs to make sure that this is negotiated better. We don't have this penalty. I mean, without the individual mandate, we're still paying a penalty to the insurance companies. We still have subsidies in this. It's still the same regulatory structure, and we're concerned about the out-of-control spending that's going to be in this bill. There are so many other better alternatives. I don't know why they chose to jump on this landmine. So I would love, I mean, you know, look, I'm kittens and sunshine. I would love to see a negotiation take place. I would love to see something better for the American people. Because, and I'll tell you this too, Shannon, there is an alternative, and I think that Trump has another card here. He could say, you know what, don't do anything, which actually I think congressional Republicans should not do anything in place of doing this, because Obamacare is going to fail. It's already failing. Yeah, we're seeing insurance companies leave. Different markets in different states are crashing. It's not working. If Obamacare fails, Democrats own it. But right now, Republicans are trying to assume ownership of this. Trump has already said, well, you know what, you could let it fail, and they could. So I think he has a plan B.
All right, we're going to get cut off, but Dana, always good to hear from you. We got to leave it there. Thank you.